dance partners, right?
Right.
Like having a dance partner, but having your puppet as your dance partner. So making any puppet around you become much more than just an equipment, but actually a living thing, using the object score technique that you've developed, and of course using the most malleable, the most neutral material,
Okay,
which
yeah.
is foam.
Let's start there with the material in itself. It's a very flexible, very malleable foam. We have to imagine here foam that it's using sofa, foam that you have in your furniture that you don't know. And we think about big blocks of foam, one pair of scissors, and a lot of time. That is to create the sculpture. We can call them puppets. I call them moving sculptures. Moving sculpture because it becomes a sculpture at the moment that you do, you sculpt out of one block, one piece only. And sometimes a puppet in itself, it's made out of many different members that later on, they're going to be assembled together. That becomes a puppet. I call this a sculpture because it comes from a full block. And it takes from 1 month until 2 months working 8 hours a day. Every day. So that's how these sculptures, they come to life. They are a beautiful dance partner because they are light. They are lighter than a person. So
wow, that's actually beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it can endure long hours of work, of rehearsal, of research. Yeah. It's easy to travel with it because what I do with them, them in a garbage bag, I take a vacuum cleaner and I suck all the air. So I vacuum them. So they become like very, very, very small. So I can carry like a whole ensemble of puppets, 8 people in only one suitcase.
Yeah. They don't need food stipendium. They don't cost
complain.
any wages.
They don't complain.
Yeah, they don't complain. And they always listen to you, right? Like that's what they do. The perfect dance partner.
A perfect dance partner.
Wow, I love how you've animated puppets to become on the level of human beings, because at this point in time, most companies still use humans, of course. You know, that's pretty much the whole idea of a dance company, is to give jobs to you, humans bad, puppets good. We're going to lead a revolution against humans with puppets instead of robots. Let's just use puppets because they're actually a lot more interesting. So let's explore that then, Duda.
I think that it's going to be it's going to be the new transhumanism way of thinking instead of us needing a very high technological shaboom, you know, in order to mingle with our bodies so that we can live more and better. Maybe we just need a little piece of foam, you know.
Yeah,
this is going to be a new trend of transhumanism.
Okay, I like the way that you compare, well, not really compare, but sort of analyze the way that you choreograph. And a lot of your works, most of your works do involve puppets, and that's the reason why you created the company. But let's say when you work with people, right? Like if it's not a solo work and you have to work with people who have to then use that technique and apply it to your creation, object score, and working with a puppet, like maybe bring us through some of the examples between your solo works where you work with your puppet and just you and a puppet compared to working with an ensemble where you have to sort of translate, interpret information to that person in order to then another step, talk to the puppets and create something completely beautiful.
I created the object score technique for that. To give access to not only dancers, not only puppeteers, but also for singers, for actors. A technique that is accessible for all of these disciplines. What do I want with that is a physical approach with the puppet. or physical for me also can be singing. You know, there's a lot. There's a whole muscular thing that we can do with our voice. Because